That breaking news is out of Newport News. Police are on the scene of a homicide. This is on Tahiska Lane, not far from Denby Boulevard and Old Denby Boulevard. The call came in around 10:15 this evening. Right now, all police can tell us is that officers found someone there dead. We are working to learn what may have led to this homicide and whether anyone has been arrested. Look for the latest information on 13 News Now Daybreak. A suspect recovering in the hospital after Newport News police shot him. Police say 33-year-old Charles Herbert Reed Jr. was running from officers following a traffic stop when the shooting took place. 13 News Now reporter Robert Boyd spoke exclusively with Reed's family.
Stop shooting people. Stop shooting them. There is other means of how to apprehend a suspect.
Catherine Reed doesn't understand why her brother-in-law, Charles Reed, was shot by police following a traffic stop Saturday afternoon on the 1100 block of 21st Street.
I am absolutely livid with Newport News police officers. They completely have handled this thing the whole way. Everything seems like they're covering something up.
According to police, after Reed was pulled over, he got out of the car and started running. The officer chased. At some point, the two came into contact, and the officer shot Reed. A firearm that was in Reed's possession was located at the scene.
But being shot in the back means that you're no threat. You were completely turned all the way around.
The doctor said he was shot in the back?
Yes, 3 times.
Police would not appear on camera, but did say the officer who fired the weapon was wearing a body camera, which will be part of the investigation.
I think that could be a tremendous help in this case. I think that would help him more than anything else at this point.
Reed is facing a number of charges, including possession of a firearm by a felon, concealed weapon, brandishing a firearm, and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. His family acknowledged that yes, he is a convicted felon, which is probably why he ran, but they also say he is a father of 4 and doesn't deserve to die.
You have so many people out here really, really sad and really, really fighting for you out here. And we really would love to see him.
The officer responsible for this shooting remains on administrative leave. In Newport News, Robert Boyd, 13 News Now.
At 11, a protest in Virginia Beach.
It's time to go after the outrageous greed.
A group gathered outside Republican Scott Taylor's office in Virginia Beach Town Center this evening. They came together to protest the Republican tax bill. The group called Indivisible 757 says the bill helps the wealthy but hurts the nation as a whole.
The deficit spending that this is going to create by having all these tax cuts is going to trigger some automatic reductions in Medicare and Medicaid, and they've already said that after this tax bill, they're going to then go after some more cuts to that. Well, my father's life depends on Medicare.
Congress is set to vote on the bill tomorrow. 13 News Now reached out to Congressman Taylor's office for comment, but so far we've not heard back from him. A 13 News Now investigation into concerns at the post office. At the peak of the holiday shipping season, one local woman has a warning for anyone sending packages through the U.S. Postal Service. She says an issue at a local post office could have cost her more money than she was supposed to pay to ship her package. 13 News Now investigative reporter Laura Geller joins us with a warning you don't want to miss.
If you've ever shipped anything at the post office, you know how much it's going to cost is mostly determined by how heavy and how big the package is. One Chesapeake woman tells us she noticed a problem with measurements taken at the post office, and her story has caused the Postal Service to take action and apologize.
Tammy Venezia's YouTube video already has thousands of views.
My point is to just get the word out, be careful.
She posted it asking a simple question. Is your post office overcharging you?
This is the season where people are going to be mailing a lot of things.
And when mailing holiday presents, Tammy doesn't want others to have a blue Christmas. She's hoping people learn from her experience at the Great Bridge Post Office in Chesapeake. She measured a package she wanted to send and says it was 19 inches long. But because the box was so big, she decided to take it to the post office.
He measured 20. Said it was going to be $32. I said, $32? That's a lot more than 21 when I was going to mail it from home. He measures again, 20 inches.
Not wanting to pay the extra money, she went home to print the label herself and again measured the 19 inches. She returned to the post office But again, the clerk measured an extra inch.
I go, look, that's wrong. He reaches behind him, grabs another measuring tape, one with like a metal end, measures the box, and oh yeah, 19 inches. You're right.
While 1 inch might not seem like a lot, Tammy says in her case that 1 inch difference would have cost her $10 extra to ship her package. She started to wonder just how widespread this issue might be.
And I thought of all those people that have gone through that line, unnecessarily spent money.
Tammy went to talk to a supervisor, and here's what she says happened.
She picks up the tape measure, and guess what? There's an inch cut off. It was cleanly cut across here. So every time somebody measured something, there was an extra inch on the end.
We wanted to get to the bottom of the issue and contacted the spokesperson for the post offices in our area. We received this statement. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, and we apologize to the customer for any inconvenience. All of the tape measures in this post office have been replaced, and this issue was addressed with employees. But that statement doesn't answer most of our questions, including, how can something like this happen? Would a post office or postal employees get any benefit if their post office made more money? What measures have been put in place to make sure this doesn't happen again? How can you be sure this isn't happening at other post offices? That spokesperson responded, "We have no additional comments at this time." In the absence of concrete answers, Tammy is warning other customers. She is hoping when you go to ship your holiday presents, your experience at the post office will not be a nightmare before Christmas.
Question things, measure your boxes at home before you leave to go to the post office. And if something doesn't look right, it probably isn't. Don't be afraid to speak out.
While the statement says this issue was addressed with employees, a spokesperson would not say if anyone has been disciplined or fired, nor if USPS or the Inspector General is conducting an investigation. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.
Do you have something you want 13 News Now to investigate? Email your story to 13investigates@13newsnow.com. Right now in Virginia Beach, the city is working to fix a water main break northbound South Plaza Trail between Continental Street and Virginia Beach Boulevard is closed for an emergency water main repair. There are warning signs in the area alerting drivers about the utility crews. There's also a detour in place. Public Works hopes to have this fixed by 5 o'clock in the morning. In the meantime, prepare for delays. A man convicted of child sex abuse will spend 32 years behind bars. A Virginia Beach judge sentenced 31-year-old Bruce Lee Scott today. Investigators say Scott molested a child under the age of 13. The abuse came to light when federal investigators arrested Scott for child porn and found evidence of the assault. In addition to the 32-year sentence, Scott is also serving 16 years in federal prison for child pornography. Norfolk police are searching for a man they say is responsible for 2 armed robberies. This is 34-year-old Curtis Harmon. Police say this month Harmon robbed a small grocery store and a fast food restaurant. We're told Harmon is homeless and is known to hang around Fenner Street, Easy Street, and Fort Worth Avenue. Police say he is considered armed and dangerous, so if you see him, call police right away. Figuring out what's next for Huntington Middle School in Newport News. Tomorrow, the school board is set to vote on a resolution about the aging facility. The oldest wing of the school was built in 1936 and is unstable. Funds to replace Huntington Middle School keep getting cut out of the city's capital improvement plan. Now, several board members say the school should not be occupied in the next school year. If passed, the resolution will allow the school board to study the need to transfer students to other schools and other potential uses for the building.